And
the
we're
building.
here with
Whee!
episode 35, and there's a big change if y'all didn't catch it. We are now brought to you by Shady Sports Network. I've got some other news coming about some other stuff planned with Med, but we are brought to you by Shady Sports Network. This is episode 35 of the Fun Football Podcast. I'm Isaac. I got Bill, my co-host here. We had to jump on. We almost did it last night. Oh man, I'm excited. Bill, how you feeling, man? I wish I had my
Man,
cheesehead.
how about them Cowboys? Woo!
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. That was perfect. That was great. Um, that was awesome. I want to say quick. We're not going to do this every episode. I'm going to talk about them, but I want to say quick thank you to Shady Sports for
Yes.
having us. It's now going to be every episode's going to be on both Facebooks, Twitter. I might start throwing them on Instagram. I wish they linked with TikTok. I've got some followers on there. That'd be great. But it's also going to be on YouTube. So y'all can join any which way. I've even messaged some people and said, hey, it's on YouTube for the second time. So I can't believe we're at episode 35, Bill. This is man, it's been a
that's
ride.
crazy.
Now we're doing, not only are we on video now, but now we're on a network. Look at this.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
But thank you, Shady, man. That was awesome for the invite. Thank you for having us. We're very excited. They've got a lot of awesome shows. Check them out.
Yep.
Pretty much going, I think, pretty much every day. They've got a lot of stuff. And this is also on their YouTube and both their Facebooks. So
Thank you,
plugs
Shady.
over. All right, Bill.
Yep.
Break it down, man. What you got?
All right.
How you feeling? Can you believe
man,
it? Seriously?
I to be honest with you, I've been a Packer fan all my life. I had my doubts. I'm going to be honest. I had my doubts. I was prepared to lose.
Mm-hmm.
I was fully prepared. Dallas, if you look at them, I think was the better team before the game was played. They had the better offensive line, defense. They're at home. They had it all going for them. But the Packers, let me tell you, LaFleur, hats off to that guy. I mean, he got them prepared. These guys are young. They're the youngest team in the NFL. Average age, I think, of 25. 25, yep. Think about that. And they played like they were seasoned veterans. I mean, that was amazing to me. I got some stats that I'll share here in a little bit. But, man, I tell you, I'm shocked. Now going into the 49ers game, which we'll talk a little bit about, win or lose, I'm just hopeful. The future is bright with love and everything. So
I agree, and I feel like moving forward, like I'm so excited for what's to come with this team because they are going to they're going to have to figure out the defense, but they've got such a bright future. We've got our quarterback, and the only thing though, I got to say this: as much as we won this game and we took it, I also think the Cowboys just imploded. And that's not going to happen this weekend. This weekend against San Fran, they are not going to implode.
No.
And the Cowboys, I said it on my short, pressure breaks pipes, and those pipes burst.
Yes.
Man, okay, I'm going to get on Dak.
Okay.
This guy's not it. Like to me, I almost if you like had me like forced to choose Romo in his prime with this team or Dak, I think Romo would get him further. He had some choke jobs too, but this guy's not it. Like you can tell something's mentally wrong. The whole team doesn't look mentally tough, but it starts with your quarterback. In McCarthy, God, I don't think he's it either. I don't see this team as going into a Super Bowl. And to me, you could get Bill Belichick. Bill, do you think even if they got Bill Belichick, if he still has it, that's a question I have too. If Bill Belichick still has it, though, do you think the Cowboys go any further with Dak? I don't see it.
Well, I mean, let's look at it. Dak had, 41 of 60. Okay.
Stat pad, though, I got to see the first half alone because he almost had 3 picks in the first half, and he had 2 in a pick 6.
He had two interceptions, 3 touchdowns, over 400 yards. But the thing with him, I think what was it? CeeDee Lamb had 110 yards, but no touchdowns. Okay, but that was that rapid comeback there they were trying to, when they got so far behind. They were, battling from behind. But it seemed like he was in a funk. Like, for some reason, the Cowboys could never get into a rhythm. And partly you got to give credit to the Packer defense. I think the Packers defense played a really good game in with
They
with
did.
just the pressure on Dak, and we're able to stop the run. Which we're definitely gonna have to do that against San Francisco. The same thing with rushing our only 3, maybe 4, and then have our linebackers stop the run game. But I just thought the scheme, having Jari back, Stokes playing better. I mean that was key to Valentine playing too in the secondary. I think was
I like this
very
Valentine kid, man. He
yeah
really he looks like
yeah
he's it. I honestly like, to me, Dak and the whole Cowboys team are a team if you just get physical with them, and I didn't even think we were the type of team to do that, to be honest. But Aaron
right
Jones, and I know you were going to talk Aaron Jones. I won't steal
yes
your thunder too much, but him
you're
coming
fine.
back and us having a consistent run game,
Yes
it's made a world of difference for this team.
oh
Like,
yeah
okay, I did a whole rant, but I'm gonna try to be nice, but I almost can't do it. I don't understand what the Cowboys were doing.
oh yeah
What were they doing? That was one of the biggest choke jobs, man. Dan
yeah
Quinn didn't have this defense prepared, and I know
nope
I'm going to hear this crap about Micah, and it's right. Micah
Mm,
Parsons, you can just get physical, and these teams do this with this guy, where they double team him and they just slam him, and it honestly
yeah
should occasionally be a penalty, but they just destroy the guy,
yeah
because the whole defense is more finesse, built on
yeah
speed, and I
yeah
thought we could run the ball on them. What was shocking was Dan Quinn's plan, whatever that plan was it was like it looked to me like they were just imploding.
yeah
Like, dude, it was all the evidence I needed when we were up 48-16 in the fourth quarter. And honestly, one of those was already kind of a stat pad where we had backups in.
right
And how do you move forward with this quarterback and coach and GM reasonably if you're Jerry? Like, you need like, he's not going to get a new GM, but he needs to. But how
no
do you move on with Dak when the guy through the first half should have had 3 picks? It should have been 28-0.
yep
Or 27-0. Sorry, we missed that extra point. He
yeah
threw one to, I think it was Campbell, right in his hands, and he dropped it. They got the touchdown instead. So congratulations, they scored 1 touchdown. But
yep
really, he had like 100 yards, and he almost had 3 picks with 2 and a pick 6 in the first half of a game at home where they've won 16 straight.
yep
This guy's not it. I don't care. You could
no
hire God as their coach. It's not going to happen.
yep
Like, it doesn't matter. This guy is a choke artist. There's something mentally, he just mentally can't do it. I don't think
yep
he has the accuracy anyways. Jordan Love, you could tell, was clearly the better quarterback. And Dak is the one who's an MVP possibility.
well I
Bad
think the
look.
thing with Dak, okay, I'm going to say he's an average, maybe above average, but he's not going to get you to the promised land like Jerry Jones wants.
No,
And
no.
Jerry Jones is going to have to bite the bullet and either
Mm.
ride him out to end his contract, or he needs to look through the draft.
They got Trey
But
Lance. They could, like, I was talking to a Cowboy
yeah,
guy. They could try Trey Lance. I don't think that
they,
would be the way to go, but you could try that. Like,
yeah,
I just don't. Whatever they're gonna do, there needs to be a concession plan, because this guy's not it.
no.
He's just
And
not.
and I think though too is like Green Bay, we emphasize taking a young quarterback, sitting him behind a veteran for a while, learning the system, getting a feel for it, getting comfortable, just like we did with Love, just like we did with Favre and Rodgers. You have to nurture, I hate to say it, but take care of a quarterback, let them grow, let them see things and understand before you just throw them out there. And I know Dak wasn't just thrown out there, but I don't think he had that same kind of structure when he became a quarterback. So
I agree. Well, yeah, no. Dak was thrown into the fire his first season. There was just a lot of mistakes that were made there, and
yeah,
unfortunately, it just. I don't know. I feel bad for Cowboys fans. I do,
yeah,
even though they annoy me. They annoy me, but I feel bad for them because you're going to keep getting the same results if Jerry's the head of the show.
yep,
And his son is the head of the show. How are things going to change? Are they going to do what's necessary? Like,
no,
it is really hard to get an elite quarterback, but
yep,
I think the Packers are sitting better with Jordan Love. I think the Texans, who
mhm,
got CJ Stroud, are in a better
yep,
position. Back it up, Binge. Hey, good to
yes.
have you, man. There we go.
Hey,
I just made it public. I goofed something up. I'm checking on my Twitter right now.
Oh,
It's my
okay.
first time with this, so I'm trying to figure out what I did.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me just see.
See if it's open. While you're doing that, again, thanks again for Shady Sports Net for allowing us to
Yeah.
do this. Appreciate this. Hopefully, we'll have a long relationship here. That's awesome. Lions fans out there, if you're listening,
Oh
congratulations,
yeah.
guys. Talk about a drought.
Yeah,
32
we gotta do
years. 32 years. As a Packer fan, I can
Good
congratulate you. I
job,
mean,
man.
that,
Dan Campbell, man. As much
yeah.
as the GM deserves some credit for
Yep.
the haul they got in that trade for Stafford, which won the Rams a Super Bowl. So you
Yep.
can't say the Rams lost it. They won a Super Bowl and they almost won that game yesterday. That was a heck of a game.
Yeah,
But Dan Campbell has turned that team around. What a job. Do you remember
I
when he
like him.
got so we're gonna get back to Packers Cowboys in a second. We
Yeah.
are. Because Frozen
Yeah.
Tundra started already, so no big deal. Back it up, Binge. I'm curious your thoughts here. Do you guys remember when Dan Campbell was hired and he did the whole "we're gonna bite your kneecaps off" and the whole
Mhm.
speech, and everyone was
Yep.
making fun of it. Like I remember because I used to watch First Take, but there's other shows too. And
Yeah.
Campbell was part of that 0-16 Lions team, and people were questioning what the Lions were thinking. Look at
Yep.
them now. They were
Yeah.
what, like 1-6, 7 last year in the middle of the season, and then they were 6-2 or 7-2 down the stretch. Made it
Yep.
to 9-8 last year, and now, honestly, I think they're going to be favored
Dude.
this week. They're probably going
Yeah.
to the conference championship.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Good.
I think that
I agree with you, Bill. I made a post on Twitter and I posted a picture from 1991. I wasn't even 3 years old the last time they won. And it was from 1991. And that was the last time they won that playoff game with Barry and they beat the Cowboys. That's insane.
Yep.
There's a lot of people alive. I don't remember the last Lions playoff win. I'm from Michigan. I had to congratulate them because I'm not that type of fan.
Yeah.
If the Bears made a Super Bowl, good for them.
Hey,
If
yeah.
the Lions did, I don't know about the Vikings.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you on that one.
He wanted the Finns to win, but they went to Gase. Love the DC after watching Hard Knocks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry about your Dolphins, man. I was a little worried about that. I want to get your thoughts on Tua. We're gonna hit that game. I'm a little worried about him long term. I don't know if he's I don't know if he's the right guy. I don't know. What do you think? I wanted to talk all the wild card games really quick.
Yeah.
To me, Tua looks a little like Dak, where he struggles against elite defenses, and he has even more weapons than Dak does with Tyreek and that running game. And I know Mostert and Waddle are banged up, but again, Tua he doesn't look like he can elevate the rest of the team. It's kind of reminds me of a Dak problem. You're going to have a good regular season, and you're not going to break through in the playoffs unless you've got an all-time defense. They were really severely hurt on D, though, so that didn't do him any favors. But what do you think? Do you think Tua was the guy?
I really don't. I think there's some quarterbacks in this league. They're all professional. They're all great quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, but there's, I think, an elite sense in some quarterbacks where when they make to the playoffs, some quarterbacks can step up even more and perform in the playoffs, and then there's some that just stay where they're at and think, it's regular season, but in the playoffs you have to be even more precise. You have to be more. Your passing has to be more on precision. Your plays have to be crisp. I mean, it's just you have to be in a whole different mind frame for the playoffs, and I don't think Dak or Tua are there yet, and I don't know if they'll ever get there yet. I really don't.
It reminds me like a Kirk Cousins thing. Like you're not gonna get like as much as I like the guy. I really actually like Kirk Cousins as a person. But and Dak, I actually like him as a person too. Like he says all the right things. He's professional. He looks like a good teammate. Tua does too. They're all kind of cut from the same cloth. You're gonna have a really good regular season, possibly some definite Pro Bowl years and MVP seasons. But you're not gonna break through. I got my student on here, so PG always. But
hi, Shane.
Hey Shay, they get one more year. McDaniel to a need championship round showing or rebuild. I agree. I think that's where they're at. I want to hit all the wild card games so people know what's coming. We're gonna hit a little more Packers Cowboys. We're gonna talk Lions. I honestly have missed most of the game, but I know Buffalo was winning earlier, so we'll hit
Buffalo,
that.
Buffalo
them, right?
has just won 31-17. So Buffalo won.
So the
Yeah.
Pittsburgh did a little better than I expected. So
Yeah.
I want to kind of preview the divisional round 2, Bill, before we hop off of your game. We'll do a
Okay.
full pick 'em on Thursday. Can you believe that we're talking about our Packers in the second round of the playoffs this year? Isn't that nuts?
Dude, again, all right, let me tell you, I
Oh, man.
had a little friendly wager at work. Okay. This guy's a Cowboy fan.
Me too. Did you have a jersey one? Or no, yours was different.
No, hat. I would wear a
Yeah.
Cowboys hat at work. And if Packers won, he's got to wear my cheese hat one a day at work. So I'm bringing my cheese hat to work so he can wear it.
I've got to find my cheese head. We have school off tomorrow because of ice. I'm a teacher for the people that didn't know that.
Yep.
This is the first time on Shady, so I'm going to do things a little different. We'll talk a little bit more about ourselves throughout because we're getting some brand new viewers for the first time.
And I work at Chick-fil-A, so go to Chick-fil-A, eat.
Go to Chick-fil-A. I always like Chick-fil-A.
That's right.
I got a jersey one, but I actually don't. I got rid of my Rodgers jersey because I'm so mad about it. I'm going to be getting a Jordan Love one. Shay,
Nice.
I'm so sorry. My grandma's mad. A lot of fans were mad. Hey, we got a new viewer. George Pickens need to keep his cool. He's right. George Pickens is like DK Metcalf, man. There's something. You got to appreciate that he gets fired up, but dang, man. Like, Pittsburgh is an interesting team to me because I think they're going to be in the market for a quarterback. Mm-hmm. We've had a lot of offseason stuff I want to talk, but really quick, do you think maybe they go after Justin Fields?
You know what?
Or Kirk Cousins?
I think the Steelers will be open to, if they can get even a average or slightly above average quarterback, you watch out. That would be a dangerous team right there. So, yeah, I think the Steelers might do that.
With Tomlin, there's some coaching maneuvers that are going to be huge. Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick. I didn't plan to go this route, but we kind of have to because the Cowboys are probably going to fire McCarthy if they're smart.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, my dad's on. Sorry. He said,
Dad.
Packers win against San Fran and go to the conference championship. Can you imagine with this young team if we go to the conference championship against Detroit where we've already beat them in Detroit, Bill?
Dude, that would be...
No, I'm not expecting it. We've already surpassed expectations. I'm already over the moon. Like, franchise record, we scored a franchise record high for the Packers in Dallas. Where let's paint the whole picture. They won 16 straight home games. Their last loss was to Tom Brady right after the Super Bowl and barely in Dallas, if I got it correct. And Jordan Love going in there, first season as a starter, Aaron Jones, this defense up and down all season. We went in with a swagger. We looked like we wanted it. Our quarterback was the one looking comfortable in the playoffs. Man, I can't believe we hit our third guy in a row. This is the spot to be in too, because unless we bump his pay next year, we're going to sign him an extension, but we still have got money and we've got all these weapons on rookie deals.
Yes.
The time is now, man.
Oh,
the time is now.
No,
I can't believe it.
I'm so pumped. I mean, I hope, Tom, you're right. I really, really do. I mean, I'll admit, as a Packer fan, I had my doubts. I didn't think we were going to beat the Cowboys. Now I have some more confidence.
I thought we could because the Cowboys, though, Dak Foles in the playoffs, I thought it'd be next week, but there's something with him and this whole team. Did you see the first quarter? CeeDee Lamb dropped those two wide. CeeDee Lamb!
Yeah.
He was right through his head. I was like, he didn't show up today. They're screwed. They're done. I was like, it's over.
They were off. I mean, he had Lamb. He had 110 yards, but no touchdowns. But I mean,
that was against our backups at the end of the game. In the meaningful minutes, nobody. Seriously, the score looks closer than it was. We were up by 32 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Shay, I missed the Buffalo game, but I heard they dominated.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into that one too. I've also got to give some props. I meant to do it earlier to CJ Stroud in Houston for being one of the worst teams in the NFL last year. First year head coach, first year DC, I believe, first year quarterback, to go against that Cleveland defense, the number one pass D, and to shred them.
Yeah.
Houston's got it good, man. They're gonna be set, just like Green Bay. Seriously. That kid's it. I'm impressed with Buffalo. I think they're going to take out KC this week. We're going to preview that one, Shay. Buffalo's going to be a tough team. Okay,
Yes,
but
they
to
will.
finish this Packer thing, man,
Yep.
this Aaron Jones thing, he's had 4 straight games now with over 20 touches on offense. I think 20 rushes, over 100
Yep.
yards rushing. And look at our
Yep.
team the last 4 weeks.
Yeah. Well, that's the key. You just put it. He had 21 carries for 118 yards, 3 touchdowns, averaging 5.6 per carry. You get that in the playoffs. If you can run, you're going to control the clock, control the tempo. The thing is, you got to score with that too, though. You can't settle for field goals in the playoffs. You got to get the ball in the end zone, and we did. And
That's why I want to talk about the Rams. That's why they
Yep.
lost. We're going to get to
Yep.
that. The Rams lost because they settled for
Yep.
field goals, and the Lions converted TDs in the first
Yep.
the first half, and that's why they won.
Yep.
We'll hit
Exactly.
that. We'll hit that game, but that's pretty much why.
Yeah, exactly.
But Romeo Dubs too, man. I got to give this guy some flowers because I like him. But honestly, I was starting to wonder if we should just roll with Melton, Wicks, and Jaden Reed and just mix in Dubs and Watson. And Dubs destroyed 151 yards.
Yep.
A touchdown on only 6 catches.
6. Yeah, exactly. I know.
This
Crazy,
kid,
right?
if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
And you got Musgrave coming back looking like a stud. You still got Wicks. He made a couple big catches. But the really impressive thing, if you just look straight at the stats, and this is where the Cowboys will make a mistake.
Yeah.
Jordan Love only had to complete 16 passes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't even have to lean on him.
Nope.
That's the way to roll with the young QB.
Yeah.
And the defense made some stops, but Lamb stopped himself. Parsons tried to make an impact early. There was a couple holding calls. But here's where the Cowboys fans will make a mistake. They'll see 60 attempts, 41 completions, and 403 yards for Dak. But most of that was in the fourth quarter when the game was already over. And 3 TDs and 2 picks, but he didn't have a good game. He had a terrible game in the first half. When the game was in doubt, he almost was shut out in the first half if Campbell could have caught that pick.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not impressed at all with him.
Well, and jumping back to Jordan Love, he was 16 of 21. He only had 21 passing attempts. That's it for the entire game.
Gotta love it, right?
For 272 yards. Well, that's what I'm saying. He got 16 completed passes the entire game for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns. But the thing is, only completing 16 passes the entire game, that's because you're balanced with the run game. If we can get Dillon back too, I think we can give Sam Fran, I don't know what the word, maybe you can help me out with that, if Dillon's going to be available or not. But, I mean, we got Jones, and hopefully that's going to be enough. But
Dillon's a free agent. Jones has one more year. We've had to talk about it. Jones has one more year.
Yeah. So well, this is the time.
I think they're bringing Jones back for sure, even at his salary. I think it's like a $14 or $15 million cap hit. It's up there. So we're going to have to talk that one. But also, I got to say, we've talked about it. What was Dan Quinn doing? What was the scheme? They were getting shredded.
Yeah.
Up and down the fields. What was that, man? That was terrible.
I don't know if he went in a shell or trying to prevent. I don't understand that. To me, prevent is the one where you lose. You lose all the time. I mean, if I'm going to go down, if I was a defensive coordinator, I would pressure, do that. And if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose. But I'm not going to sit there and just let you pick you apart. I mean, it's just crazy.
I just can't believe we got this far. We're gonna. You know what? I think we do now. I've got more thoughts on it. I could go all day. Let me just say this. Dallas, to me, cannot run it back. If they do, and I'm sorry, I just don't think a coach only is the only thing. It's time to get a concession. They need a succession plan for Dak.
Yeah.
They have to do it. And that Jerry really wants the Super Bowl. Hire a real GM. Let Steven be the VP.
Bingo.
Get a real GM. Let this coach run the team. Do it the right way. You've got talent. Build the rest of the roster the right way. And you guys might actually be able to compete. But I just don't think Dak's it because I'm sorry. In this day and age, you either have an elite defense, but you still can't have a quarterback making mistakes. And that Savage play was a game changer. They were driving down the field. It was 20-0. Yep. Not that they were going to come back and win, but it was 20-0. And he threw a pick 6. And it was just, it's over. That was awesome. I was literally like, we just won. I was like, it's over. They do not have it. I didn't think they had it anyways. We came out on fire. That is exactly the way Buffalo came out against them, even Arizona and these other San Fran game. They competed in that trying to think of their other loss, but all those were on the road. They lost 5 games this year, but 4 of them were
Yeah,
terrible. And this was just like that. You punch them in the mouth right away. This Dallas team doesn't know how to respond, and I'm so impressed with LaFleur for getting them ready. And Jordan Love just looks like it was up and down this year as he was growing, but he just looks like he has confidence in himself. And that last TD, that sidearm was a dime. And the other one to Musgrave, yes, he was wide open, but to get the ball out there, and there was a couple plays where he had to show touch, and Dak just like he had a tight end set up on a screen, and he couldn't hit it, and Love was hitting it. So
well,
love it.
that's what
Honestly, this offseason is going to be interesting for us. I'm going to be
it
curious
is.
what we do.
I'm real impressed with Love. I mean, his first year under the poise and the patience he shows already is just absolutely incredible. I mean, and like you said, the accuracy, it's only going to get better with these young receivers too that he's building with. It's really promising.
Absolutely.
Really promising.
Do you have any? I've got so many thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I know.
But do you want to move on to the other ones? You got any more? We can talk it all. I can talk it all night.
Yeah, I know. No, we probably need to move on. It's already 7, but I'm just thinking though. I'm again just extremely proud of LaFleur, the Packers. Amazing job. You know what? If they win, I will be totally ecstatic against the Niners.
Do you think that LaFleur had his hands in the defense after that Carolina game and started inputting more with Joe Barry? Because I've seen a shift. Do you think he did?
I think they got together and started kind of tweaking some things, and I think LaFleur got a little more involved because we started to do some, like you said, shifts, some different movements. We started throwing 5-man fronts instead of just our 3-4 kind of thing. So
point, man. I agree.
Yeah. So I think I'm hoping for a close game. If and anything can happen. That's why they play the game. So Niners, I know, are heavily favored, as they should be, the number 1 seed. But here we were, the 7th seed going into number 2, and we beat them. So hey,
now we got the number 1 seed, and then we'll probably have the number 3 if we win that game. I'm not thinking that we've got a really great shot here because of this D, but we are playing confidently, and I think just like Houston with Baltimore, I don't think San Fran should take us lightly because I think if they do, that'd be a mistake. So Jordan Love's got confidence. I'm worried about their offense more than anything, but I think we've got a real shot here. We're going to see. Who knows? It's possible. You know what I mean? So that's my hope. We'll tease that game some more at the end, and I want to give a couple plugs and some news to all the viewers. And it's not, I don't know when it's officially going to happen yet, but soon. So we've joined Shady Sports Network. Me and my buddy Med from Shots from the Sideline, and I think I'm going to have him on a show here with Bill soon, hopefully. But we're going to have Bill. We're going to do a collab episode soon. Me and Med are starting a new show that we premiered last week. It's going to be called When the Blitz Hits the Fan, and we're going to have some fun draft coverage on there and free agency stuff, and that's going to be a once a week show. And I think Fun Football Podcast even next season is going to move to once a week most weeks. But this week, I've already talked with Bill. We're going to do Thursday our pick'em. Before we're going to be doing a whole Packer. It's only 4 games, so the preview of those 4 games is going to be awesome. That'll be Thursday night, probably 7:30. And then me and Med are also going to start a new network with Shots from the Sideline, this show, and the new one, Blitz Hits the Fan, and possibly another one. So this show will be on 2 different networks, Fun Football Podcast. So spread it to your friends if you like it. We're having a blast with this. And that's my plugs. But thank you to Shady Sports Network. And I'm excited for it's going to be called the Podcast Boys Network. I'm very excited.
Awesome.
And one more thing. My buddy, I haven't fixed it yet, but I have a new logo for the Fun Football Podcast, Bill. I'll show it to you. It's kind of humorous, but I like it. But he's working on a whole graphic, so I'll send you a picture of it later. He's not finished with it, so
no problem. Awesome.
It's better than the one now, though. If I'm being honest, I kind of was ready to change it. I'm not the graphic design artist. He just messes around with it, but he's good. So
that's cool.
Okay, for all the viewers, so that we can keep going, let's hit Lions. I think.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Impressive.
The Rams almost stole that game. That was a tough one. That was close.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like the Rams settled for field goals, and I think McVay. could have been a little more aggressive at the end of the game and stole that game for them. I mean, it was right there for them. They shut the Lions down the second half, man. There was
Yeah.
only, I mean, they only scored 6 themselves, but they only gave up 3 points to Detroit in Detroit. You
Yes.
got to win that game. The Rams, to me, look like the best team that lost of the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they Rams should have, and Stafford, getting hurt there a little bit. I don't know how much that affected him near the end of the game. His throwing. I
Kyron
think he hurt
Williams
his
buffed
thumb.
his hand. That running back,
Yep.
did you see that?
Yep.
Broken. He was walking off. You could tell Stafford's
Mhm.
hand. It was like cut right there, and it was
Yeah.
that was gnarly. I
Yeah.
was impressed with his ability, his toughness, just to get back out there, and he slung it for almost 400 yards. And this one was actually meaningful. Not like Dak, 367 yards, 2 TDs. This Nakua kid is it.
Oh,
What I
dude.
think with them though, like Cooper Kupp definitely is not 100%.
No.
And when Williams went out, you're kind of down to Nakua or bust. They
Yeah.
need another playmaker on that offense. Whereas the Lions are just got a plethora. Laporta was
Oh, dude.
clearly not 100%.
Yeah.
Still scored a TD, but St. Brown was a beast, and they've got 2 running backs.
Yep.
They just had more weapons.
Yep.
And their defense
That's right.
in front, man, they don't give up any runs. They are tough up front, man.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
defensive
And-
line.
Yeah, their front four, they can just keep 4 and keep 7 back. I mean, they're tough. They're tough.
I'm impressed with the fact that they knew that they sucked on D last year. They were just terrible, and they're like, we can't fix everything, but how about we just fix our run D and we'll work on the pass D as we can. And they look at them.
Yeah,
got a new comment. Nice. I don't know.
Oh.
I've seen this person before. That's why I knew going on Shady would be cool.
Mhm.
Rams shouldn't have never punted with 5 minutes. I agree. I think they should have gone for it. I can't remember how many yards they had left, but Bill, did you watch the whole one? Did you see that where they
I watched,
in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it was like a
fourth and 6. What was
4th and 5 or 4th and 4. It was like
4,
you
maybe.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. And you're right. They should have went for it. I mean, yeah, if you didn't make it, okay, you put your defense, in a pinch, but you're already, down. You might as well try. So yeah, I don't know. Again, coaches sometimes they make some wrong calls. They want to play too conservative and rely on their defense, which the Rams defense was, playing a little bit better. But yeah, it's hard. That's a hard call. But you're right. I think Rams should have.
It's tough because I feel like they should have gone for that, and I really feel like the Rams kind of blew it. I'm not sure the better team actually won, but I'm really happy for Detroit. They've got. I don't know about Goff. The funny thing is, he got outplayed in this game. He played a good game, but he got kind of significantly outplayed. But he held his own, and they had more of a run game than the Rams. But if you look at just like all the stats, they didn't have as many yards.
Yeah.
There was no turnovers. It was a clean game. The Rams, the big difference is the Rams got TDs the Lions got TDs and the Rams got field goals, and that was it.
Yeah.
That was the difference in the game.
The
Lions had 3 touchdowns in the red zone, and if I remember correctly, I think the Rams had 3 field goals. That was it, man. It's pretty simple. It was a lower scoring game than I thought too. I thought it was going to be like 35-38.
Yeah.
With these defenses.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you just hit it right on the head. I mean, the Rams scored first with a field goal, then touchdown Lions. Then the Rams answered with a touchdown, but then another touchdown, then touchdown. So they were answering there for a little bit. And then it was a field goal contest, and but the touchdowns, the Lions had more touchdowns, and that's what was the difference maker. So I mean, yeah, it's field goals are good.
But I'm happy for the Lions. Like, they needed this, man. It's been too long. Like, good on them to actually get a win. Like, you got now it's on the Dolphins. It's been like 24 years. I feel bad for JB if he's still here, but I'm so impressed with Detroit. I'm so impressed with Dan Campbell for changing the culture and saying we are done with mediocrity. We are going to take it to teams. And they've actually become the more physical team. They run the ball. They stop the run. They need to work on that pass D. I don't know about Goff long term, but hey, right now, man, I was talking with my wife earlier. I could see them winning this week against Philly or Tampa. I think they're going to be favored. Going to the conference championship against either San Fran or Green Bay,
Yep.
And I think they're gonna make it a fight, man. They're a physical
Yeah.
team. I'm not saying I'd pick them, but good on them to get here. And Dan Campbell, I think, is the right guy. I don't know about Goff, but he didn't lose him this game. He could have.
But
He didn't. He was
the thing with
he was effective when he needed to be. He hit his playmakers. He hit St. Brown and Reynolds for 190
right.
combined. Good on him, man.
Well,
He
here's
did
the
what he
thing with
needed
golf.
to win the game.
Golf isn't your one of your elite quarterbacks. He never will be
No.
an elite quarterback. He's going to be an
No.
average, maybe slightly above average. He was 22 of 27 for 277 yards and 1 touchdown. Not great numbers, but adequate numbers. But see, when you have a run game with Montgomery attached to that, and then you got receivers like Brown, you got that balance. And in the playoffs, if you got that balance, you don't turn it over with interceptions and all that kind of stuff, you're going to win a good majority of the time. I mean, that's just.
Hey, cool. I'm able to throw my comments up. I was just testing to see if it would actually say my name, and I was just testing the comments. I still don't know about Twitter. It says I don't know how to make it live. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm trying. I've never done Twitter, so we'll figure it out. No big deal. The pack is back, y'all. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
They
yes,
are.
Sir.
But like Med was saying, he was like, I was all ready for a transition period. I was like, you got it.
Yep.
Last year was your 1 year. We didn't make the playoffs.
Yep.
And now we're back, and we're gonna be here to stay unless the defense regresses. And honestly, with the number of draft picks we've got, the salary cap, we
should be able
a bright future. I think a Super Bowl's coming very soon, actually.
I think
I think they just need to get one really impact player on that D. Maybe get rid of Barry. They'll figure it out. As long as he doesn't lose it for them, I like our chances. Got some more comments. He's been a hardcore Packer fan since the mid '80s. I was born in the late '80s. If the Pack get blown up next week, we should move on from Barry. Stay away from Dan Quinn. I agree.
Yes.
Ooh, I got a good comment. I wanted to hit the other games. We're gonna. My dad says, "Go Pack, go!" But this guy, I like it. Savage says, "Any DC wish lists?" That's a good question because to me, honestly, I appreciate that we've gotten here with Barry, but I really do think that we got to move on from this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could get Bill Belichick, I'd be happy.
Oh, dude, that'll be
Honestly, I know he got a bad rap. I like Al Harris. I think that'd be a sweet one, but I wouldn't hate Staley, but I've got a problem. The Chargers coach, I got a problem with how he used that talent in LA, but he actually might not be a terrible move. It'd be an interesting one. If we got Al Harris, I think that'd be the jam, man. I really do. That would be awesome. If the Jets were to move on from Saleh, which they should, but they're not gonna, I'd like him, but they're not going to. So I'll pick realistic ones. I like Al Harris. I'm trying to think of all the guys that are going to be available.
Dude, I like Al Harris too. I mean, come back to Green Bay. I mean, that would be awesome.
Fangio was available. That'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
I kind of, honestly, when I was talking on Frozen Tundra, I kind of liked the Al Harris idea because he played for us. So it's kind of hard for me to move on from that.
He would be passionate already.
Al Harris, sorry, I forget you can't see the comments.
No, I can't see the comments.
So I'll just make sure I throw them up. I like the Al Harris one.
Yeah.
He's asking a good one.
Okay.
Jim Leonard.
Oh, really?
That'd be interesting. I hadn't thought about him as a possible DC.
Right.
What I'm starting to think with our talent. I want to know what the people think. I kind of want to move to a 4-3 because, like you've been saying, Bill, we've been moving to this thing where we've had 5 guys down and we haven't played as far back. We started kind of doing the thing where we were later in the game where we were playing further back. We were playing, that prevent crap that I hate. But it was after the game was already pretty much in doubt. So I was okay with it because our game plan coming out was we got lucky with some Lamb drops, but we came out aggressively. We put some pressure on Dak. We could even put more, but all the pressure of the game was enough for him. So Rex Ryan, if he still wanted to coach, I'd be down. I like the Jim Leonard one. I think that he actually could be a really good choice. He's been with Wisconsin. I mean, he's done some good stuff with Wisconsin. I I don't know if the Packers are going to do it, but the fact that he's got Wisconsin ties, I like, and then the Al Harris one with the Packers ties, I really like as well. I think Matt LaFleur is the right coach, and even if he doesn't move on from Joe Barry, what he's done with this young team, he needs to be our coach moving forward.
Absolutely.
Even if they bring Barry back, but if he's smart, he'll move on from Barry in the offseason. He didn't want to do it regular season. He'll move on from Barry, and he'll get someone that will do some more press coverage with this defense. And I think we need to move to a 4-3 to unleash Lucas Van Ness, which we need to now.
Thank you.
I want to see Preston, either one of those two with their hand in the dirt. And I think I don't know about Slayton. He's been okay recently, but we need another defensive tackle, and then we can move Kenny Clark. He'd be the other nose tackle on the inside. I think we're going to have to draft another defensive end. I don't believe in Wyatt. Maybe we give him more time. He is like really young, so I could see it. But I want to see them blitzing Gary more, mixing him in with Van Ness on the field together with Preston Smith and Kenny Clark. Oh, man. I think that'll be awesome.
See, that's my whole thing. Right now with the 3-4, they can double Gary. They can double Clark and then pick up the other guy.
Our secondary, our players don't match 3-4. To me, they match 4-3, and it'll be a transition period where the defense might struggle the first half of next year because it takes 2 to 3 years to implement. But I think we need to do it because I think it's going to be the way to win a Super Bowl. I think Alexander made that key play on that pick, and then Savage, I couldn't believe it was Savage that got the pick 6.
I know.
Savage Inc. says, I like the plays, just at the play calling on D. And I completely, I think that's spot on. I think we actually have more talent than I even gave us credit for on D, but I do think we need to overhaul some positions. I don't think. Oh wow, it's getting some views. Cool. Now it's getting views. We got 45 views on Twitter. Cool. So it's actually working. The chat is not working, Dad. I agree. Hold on. Let me fix that. Give me a second.
Yeah.
He's not able. Are you not? No. There you go. Are you able to comment? I changed it.
There you go, Tom. I see chat not working.
We see you.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up. Hold on. He's right though. It's like being weird.
Yeah.
Hold on. When Matt took over the play call and we started looking good, I completely agree. Okay.
Yes.
Let's hit the last NFC game and then we'll talk some AFC and then we're going to preview this weekend. Okay.
All right. Got it. Let's do it.
I can see no one else comments but mine. Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, that is weird.
I wonder if it's because I've got it on so many different things. I wonder
Maybe
if that's why.
Hey, Isaac, when I hit chat, I can't type anything in the chat myself either.
On Facebook or on your phone?
On my phone.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me test something. I didn't want to. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to try to fix. Hold on.
Well, let me see. I'm going to try it now. I'm going to say hi.
I'll mess with. I see it in the private chat. Yeah. So I can see your comment. Barry gets to keep his job. Success. Savage, that's an interesting point. Let me mess with it. This is my first time doing this on so many different ones.
Right.
I've never had it on I've got like 7 or 8 different streams. My dad says he can do it. Barry gets to keep his job. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
No, I changed it, Dad. You should be good. It's public on Facebook. I know that's where you're on. But Savage, can you do me a favor? Can you leave? I'm gonna mess with it later and talk to Shady.
Okay.
Savage, if you can do me a favor. I wonder if it's because it's on that YouTube channel.
So you can see everyone else's, but mine. See, that's the same thing, Savage.
So that's on
same thing, Savage.
YouTube.
I can't see mine, but I can see everyone else's.
I'm gonna have to mess with it. So my dad says draft a linebacker in the first. I kind of agree.
Yes.
I'm going to the Shady Sports Network and I'm checking it out right now. Hold on. I'm wondering if I made a setting that sucks.
But another linebacker.
I can't tell if that's the same YouTube. Savage, leave me a comment later. Just tell me where you're watching it because I posted it like in 8 different things. Linebacker in the first. That's an interesting thought. I think an inside linebacker if there was a guy. And I'm about to start my scouting journey. I'm going to be doing a lot of scouting for the draft. Yeah.
Yep.
Bill, if you're game, that'd be fun. We've got big plans.
All right.
Guys, if you add Packer comments, I'll hit them. I promise.
Yep.
I don't think Barry keeps his job. I'd hire a new DC. I'm going to be honest. I just want someone that's going to work with this personnel. Ooh, Knights Templar hit a good point. We need to move on from AJ Dillon. I like Braylon Allen. Me and my dad have talked to him. If I've got it right, he's Wisconsin back. He's going to be a second or third rounder. Bill, what are your thoughts on AJ Dillon since we got a comment? And I like this one. This is a good one.
I would sure
Would you
like him
keep
back.
him?
Well, I would hope that he's available to play against the San Francisco 49ers. We could always use another bruiser, but
That's funny. That's
kind
funny.
of give that 1-2 punch, but I don't know. I there's some things I like about him because he is a basher. He kind of gives a change of pace for Aaron Jones. If you need that 1-2 yards, he's going to get that and more.
I kind of liked Wilson though. He actually had some good runs yesterday.
True, and I think if we have to move on from AJ Dillon, whether it be cap salary or whatever, then I guess we have to let him go. But I don't know. I kind of like him for the 1-2 punch.
Would you sign him to a big deal though? Because I'm like, if he takes like a 1-year deal at $4 million and we draft another kid, I think that'd be the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
Savage
I don't think we're going to pay.
Comments.
We're not going to pay big money for him, though. No, we shouldn't pay.
If we picked up Jonathan Taylor, I would feel a lot better going in. Oh my gosh! Can you imagine if we had Jonathan Taylor and Aaron Jones?
Dude,
we might have another scenario where Jordan Love only has to throw the ball 21 times.
Right. Exactly.
Because our run defense and this offensive line, I didn't hit it. It's been gelling. The defensive line and Slayton have been actually filling the run gaps effectively recently, which is what I think our defense is capable of, because then it takes the pressure off our pass D, which actually can be pretty solid when you're not just it's been decent. It's been up
we
and
haven't
down,
talked we haven't talked enough about our offensive line, the job they've been doing.
Good.
Yeah.
Like Zach Tom's coming back. I think Walker might have just taken that left tackle job, and then we can figure out what to do with Bach, and we could cut him or whatever. Savage says he's watching on his laptop, but I agree with the middle linebacker. I'm ready to be done with Campbell, and I want to get another guy. This is where I think Levante David in free agency from Tampa would unleash Quay Walker, and we get a run stuffer who's good in pass coverage. It was a stud. Spend some money on one dude. White might be the guy, because we ain't gonna get a Max Cross because the Raiders aren't gonna be stupid. If they were, I could see that being the dude. But unless there's a guy on his level, available, I think Devin White would be really smart. Honestly, it's only like 26. This Braylon Allen kid is going to be a second or third round running back. Knights Templar just stole the words. Awesome, good job. 4.4 speed, a little slow outside the tackles. He's ranked 9th on the running back list, but he's from Wisconsin, Bill. He's only 19 years old.
Wow.
He's played 3 seasons, if you can believe it. He's only going to be 20. He'd only be 20 years old coming out. He'd be super young.
Yep.
I'm looking on Wiki right now. He's from I like the Wisconsin ties. I think that he'd be a Dillon replacement, because I do want that other guy.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Jones is going to be 30, and we are going to bring him back. He's changed our fortunes, but we got to get we need a succession plan there. Because if we get a dynamite runner to pair with Love in this receiving core, this offense could be top 5 as soon as next season.
Easy.
For sure. Sorry, I went on a long-winded thing there.
No, you're good.
Okay, let's hit. Quick preview. It's about to start.
Yeah.
Who are you picking in the Philly Tampa now after all the injuries? I'll pull up the injury report.
All right.
We'll keep hitting Packers stuff if you guys leave comments, but our plans hit all the games, and then we'll preview Packers San Fran. And Bill, thank you for doing the show. I wanted to do it last night. I was so fired up. I did a Twitter post about Dak and everybody. Shots had a good one about the playoffs being Dak's kryptonite. I went on a Jerry Jones. I went on a where are all the stars? Where's CD Lamb? Where's Dak Prescott? Where's Micah Parsons? Where are all your stars? Where are all of you down 48-16 at home when y'all have been so dominant? Where is everyone?
Right.
We got 12 viewers right now, man. This is actually working. We have 12 people watching this live.
Awesome.
For my Packers Cowboys rant too. But
Woo.
seriously, they have too many stars. That was such an
Yeah.
embarrassment. To me, it was more of a choke job than a Packer. Like, I'm so impressed that we were capable of that, but I
Oh,
feel like they just blew up.
yeah. I think that obviously Dak and CD couldn't connect. There was something
CD
off
looked
there.
like he didn't want to be there, dude.
Yeah.
Didn't it
There's
look
some.
like he didn't want to like play? He didn't look like he wanted to be at that stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
And
nuts.
that run game that the Cowboys kept touting about.
Ed, this is when I leave.
Oh,
Okay. Ed, in all seriousness, I think the Cowboys have got to take a hard, long look at Dak, and if they just
yep.
scapegoat the coach, they're going to run into the same problem, even if they get Bill Belichick. The smart hire, I got this. I haven't said this yet. Bill, if I were the Cowboys, I'd go hire Mike Vrabel. I think he's the best coach available,
There
unless
you
they
go.
could get a Harbaugh.
Yep.
It's either Harbaugh or Vrabel, and Harbaugh is a lot of headache, but at least he produces. Vrabel,
Yes, he does.
I think he is an awesome coach. The
Yep.
Titans screwed up significantly, and he's
Oh, yeah.
younger, so they would be able to build with him. Harbaugh's only like 60, he's 10 years younger than Belichick,
Yeah.
and I think he's going to win another title somewhere. He's that good. But
Yeah.
I think even if they get Harbaugh or Vrabel, are they going to win a Super Bowl next year with this team?
No.
I'm sorry. Like, I want Cowboys fans to be. So there's a Jones comment I'm going to go back up to. He said, "Who's the bigger problem in Dallas, Jerry Jones or Dak?" And to me, it's Jerry, because he doesn't hire the coaches. Like, did you see Jimmy Johnson's rant at halftime? That's the guy you need. He's too old, that guy, but he won 2 Super Bowls, and that was awesome. Because he's 80 years old and he was pissed that they were losing that game. And he should have been, because that was a disgrace. They played like crap, and I'm just being honest for Cowboys fans, Jerry, if he wants to win a title, he had too big of problems with Jimmy, and then it ran to Bill Parcells later. If they want to win a title, go get the right coach, go get a GM, relinquish control, and you could win a Super Bowl, because you've got some serious talent and people want to play in Dallas.
You know why, Isaac? Why the Cowboys won Super Bowls with Jimmy Johnson? Because Jimmy Johnson would say, "You know what, Jerry? Shut up. Let me do my coaching, and I'm going to do it my way. And you want a championship? Let me do my way. Step aside." And look what the results were.
Savage nailed it. He said JJ wants control more than a Super Bowl win, Jerry Jones.
There you go.
And Ed nailed it. Jerry needs to get out of the way. Honestly, guys, this is bold, but what if the Cowboys, they won't do this. What if they traded Dak and started Trey Lance and drafted a quarterback? That would be awesome, because Dak even said if Mike McCarthy is on the list, like for job being in jeopardy, add me to the list. And he wasn't lying, because he played like straight crap. Savage says, "Let's go, Ed." I agree. Ed is my buddy. He's a huge Cowboy fan. Known him for years now. And I'm sorry, dude. I would have rather had a fun, like, close game. I actually felt kind of bad. I'm like, that sucked. Like, it almost needed to happen, though, because now maybe they'll make some changes. But Jerry, he's cares more about control. He's a good GM, but it's like the Dak thing. Good, but not great. And Mike McCarthy is a problem. I agree. Like Knights just said, Packers fired him after 127 wins, but he's not gonna rip into dudes. He's just not. He's not. All right, I got some previous comments. I'm gonna throw them up quick.
All right.
I like this one. This is an interesting one. Derrick Henry. That would be something.
Oh, no, that's nice.
He's older. But for a year or two, if we could get a young dude with Aaron Jones, oh, that would be special.
Dude.
And then there's another comment. Jones may be older, but he wasn't used a lot in the last couple of years. He might have some tread, I agree. And he's been a little banged up. There's some more comments.
I think we got Jones for another 3 to 4 years. I think we have him for another 3 to 4 years.
Xavier said Packers lose by 21. Honestly, even if we do, I'm still so happy about this season. And I see us moving forward. Like, we're going to be scary next year.
Further than I thought.
I've got an NFC North thing. We run the North, and I think we are next year. So he's a Packer fan from Green Bay, living in Tennessee now. Nice, man. I'm in Texas, so is Bill. And I agree with Ed. CD and Dak, and it was CD to me, even though Dak sucked, but a couple of those passes were right in CD's hands, man.
Yeah. He should have had
that was crazy. Okay, quick preview. We're gonna come back to
Yep.
Packers, I promise. Philly, Tampa. I agree. No one expected that. See, I didn't even expect the Packers to win that heavy. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I
Philly,
know.
Tampa. I picked
Yep.
Tampa. Bill, on my rolls, we my dad threw a good one in. Lamb's feelings got hurt. My dad doesn't like CD because of how he doesn't like his attitude, and I kind of saw it in that game. It came out. He was like sulking.
Don't forget, Isaac. Philadelphia won 25-11 in Week 3 against Tampa Bay.
But they're missing AJ Brown, and they've got a quarterback with a finger that's messed up. I agree, though. I agree. If they're smart, they'll run Swift right down Tampa's throat. But they haven't been smart recently, and they to me look like there's even rumors about Sirianni and his the Eagles coach. And there we go. There's Med. Philly is too banged up. Shots was here. My dad says he's prima donna-ish. Savage says, let's go Tampa. We got a lot of comments. This is fun.
Yeah.
Guys, Bill, why don't you pitch Philly? I'll pitch Tampa.
All right. Even though I'm leaning Tampa, I'll pitch Philly, though. I'll just pitch Philly. I think Philly, they're banged up.
You were leaning Tampa now?
I was leaning Tampa now, yeah. So I don't know.
I'm talked you into it.
Yeah, you did.
It's the injuries. AJ Brown's huge, man.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah. It is a lot of injuries. But I still
how
think
can Philly win?
I think a lot of it, again, in the playoffs, it's about turnovers. Can Philly's defense create some turnovers? Which Tampa Bay, I think they can. One or two. They got to be able to run the ball. If they can run the ball, I think they'll be fine. But I don't know. I can't remember what Tampa Bay's rush defense is like. But maybe you got some stats on that. But
actually, the game already started, and Tampa's up 3-0.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pull up their season stats. Dang it. Philly's 52% favored. Tampa just got a field goal.
Okay.
Let me try to pull up the stats on the game. It sucks because it doesn't pull them up because it already started. But I know Tampa's defense was pretty solid through the year, but Philly wasn't. By the end of the year, Philly wasn't even a lead at anything. Okay, we got some comments. This is fun.
Yeah, you're right.
Philly's too banged up, Mid said. Savage said, best part of watching the game in Tennessee was a buddy of mine, Vikings fan, was watching disbelief as Love Train wrecked the Cowboys. He knows the future's bleak for them. Med was saying this too. It was fun. And then Knights Templar said, if the Bucks lose tonight, do you think Tampa Bay moves on from Todd Bowles? If so, I like that. New defensive coordinator. Ooh. Dude, I'd be down. If they don't go get if Al Harris is ready, I think he's the guy.
Yeah.
But I could see Todd Bowles because he does know how to run a defense. I wouldn't trust him as a head coach, an HG, but I like that one. Honestly, I think a defensive coordinator, the right guy, like look at the Vikings. Their defense has been better. We get that jump on defense with our offense next year, we might be contenders. I think we're a little bit ahead of schedule, but we're going to be in the mix next season. We're already in the top 8. So, and a couple retools. My problem is it's hard to lean on Baker, but the Eagles they've sucked. I'm just being honest. They've sucked. They don't even look like they want to play. Like they kind of look like Dallas a little. They just have been discombobulated, man. They just don't even look like they want to play together. Even if they beat Tampa, I'm not impressed because Tampa is a pretty weak team that did beat us up. But I don't know, man. Like Philly lost 5 of their last 6. Yeah. That is not a good look. And that's with AJ Brown on the field.
Yes.
And they barely beat the Giants.
They lost the Giants to the I know that's
they lost to Arizona. They lost to Seattle. They got beat by 20 by Dallas. They lost to the Giants by 17.
Right.
This is getting worse. The worse I go.
Yeah.
They lost to San Fran by 3 scores.
Yep. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. No, I
don't see it.
No.
I just don't.
Tampa Bay.
I mean, it's 3-0, but I think Detroit rolls either of those teams next week.
I think so too. Yeah. Yep.
And I think if we can beat San Fran, which I don't think we can, but if we can beat San Fran,
oh man,
Green Bay, Detroit to the Super Bowl. Can you imagine?
Dude, that would be.
Gosh, that'd be great.
Because we split during the year.
It's been an hour. I gotta talk some AFC. Okay.
Okay.
Buffalo didn't surprise anybody. I'm not gonna go into it too heavy. but I thought they would roll. Um, I thought they would just beat up on Pittsburgh, and they did.
Yeah.
KC, that one didn't surprise me too much, but
No.
Rasheed Rice did step up, which they've desperately needed. I still think Buffalo gets them this week. What do you think?
Man, I tell you,
I want to do a little more in depth on those games, but because we can't just we got to talk in a minute. But like Buffalo to me, I actually this is the only game I missed this weekend, but I wasn't extremely excited for it. I was taking a break from football, but I'll look at the stats. Josh Allen had a pretty solid game, effective, 70% completion. If it was in KC, I'd give KC the slight edge, but I think Buffalo
I'm
is
taking.
going to want this. They're going to want this one.
Yeah, I'm thinking Buffalo too, just for the fact they're going to be cold. KC hasn't been that impressive lately.
Nope.
Defense and their offense just hasn't
Defense is
been
good.
like it. So, yeah, I'm leaning Buffalo on this one too.
KC's got a good D. I'm going to give them that,
Yeah.
but so does Buffalo. So you're looking at two top 10 defenses. Actually, KC's is second in a lot of metrics.
Yeah,
that's going to be a struggle. I think like whoever gets to 24 might win that one.
Oh.
I don't think it'll be a high scoring game, but
Yeah.
I thought the Rams and Lions would be high scoring, and it was 24-23. So,
Yeah.
I'm impressed Pittsburgh got 17 on Buffalo. I didn't even give them that much of a chance. So,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give he's got the Tomlin. He's got that team ready. So I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Knights Templars got a scenario. If we beat San Fran, we're going to go to the Super Bowl. And I agree because I think we could beat Detroit. We'll beat the Lions 36-17 in the NFC Championship. Man, if we beat San Fran.
Oh, man.
I guess we're ready right now. We're going to find out. I'm going to be impressed if they put up a fight in this game. If we scare San Fran, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
But even if we get blown out, they've exceeded expectations. So
Absolutely.
It's gravy. I want to see how Love plays. How's the offense play? I mean, and how's the defense too? But how does Love go into San Fran? The nerves, the coaching. Can they get him ready? I think they can.
Yeah.
How does he handle it? Big moment.
Well, we already saw part of it in the Dallas game. Going on the road into Dallas, he was poised. He looked comfortable. He let the game come to him. He got the run game going, and he just. I'm sorry, but he looked like already a veteran quarterback in that game.
Heck yeah, man.
So
Bill, can you believe? So we got to talk about it. Let's just do it on air. They play at 7:00. Are we going to get together? Because I'm game if you are, but they play at 7, so we're going to have to figure it out.
That's a Saturday, right? Yeah, we can
Saturday
get together.
Night, they play at 7:15. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm game. I don't know. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Burleson actually works. I'll talk to the wifey. Okay. She wants to come too. But I think we should do this because we didn't even think they'd make it this far. We didn't think they'd make the playoffs.
I mean, this is exactly, dude. I'm surprised they even
have. Sorry, Cowboys fans.
Sorry, yeah.
I've been waiting to do it. Okay, let's talk that KC game a little bit, and then I'm gonna give CJ Stroud his stripes, and then we'll preview Green Bay San Fran. Yep. Okay. He says Buffalo win next week. Also, Bill, thanks for doing 2 this week.
My pleasure, man.
We're gonna move to 1 a week. Packers have nothing to lose. I agree with Knights.
Yeah,
San Fran has way more to worry than we do. This feels a lot like the Dallas thing. The only difference to me is I don't think San Fran's going to roll over and give it to us like Dallas did. So
no, we're going to have to earn it. We're going to
have to earn it. We're going to need a blitz. We need to get pretty uncomfortable. You know what? No, I got to give CJ Stroud his stripes. So I got to hit that game. KC beating Miami. I'm worried about Tua long term. I talked about this earlier for JB and just in general. I'm worried about the McDaniel. I like McDaniel. I don't know if I'd get rid of him, but I just don't see Tua as that dude with those weapons.
Yeah,
they should have even been able to do more. They really should have. So I don't know, but KC. I honestly think Buffalo's going to take them. I do. Yeah. And honestly, Houston, that was impressive. That was the one I was wrong on, Bill. Houston, you were right on that one. Man, I was right on the other 2.
I was like,
I was right on the Green Bay one, and then Detroit though. Did you pick Detroit too, or did we roll on Detroit? I forgot.
No.
I think we both picked Detroit. No, we picked the Rams.
We picked the Rams.
Dang it.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. I forgot. Dang it. But we got Green Bay, and we got Buffalo.
KC.
We got Buffalo. We got KC. We missed on Houston. We got Green Bay because I talked you into it, but we
You,
missed.
yeah,
I talked you into Green Bay, but we missed on the Rams. We both picked Rams. I think you
right.
wanted to roll on Houston, and I was wrong on that one, but I was right on Green Bay. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
We're
it's
out
all
of
right.
this pick 'em anyways. Let's just enjoy
We
this
are.
Packer ride.
We came
Do you?
close, but yeah,
Oh, savage! A Love versus CJ Stroud Super Bowl. That would be
that would be
off the
nice.
chain.
That would be
CJ
nice,
Stroud to in
dude.
his rookie season to go against the number one pass D, and I know Flacco's arm fell off, but
Yeah.
CJ Stroud's didn't. Whoo! We got it. I couldn't get through this episode. We got to talk CJ Stroud, dude. This guy is
Yeah.
it. Like
He's
outside of him and Jordan Love, like two of the best young quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna talk Jordan Love anymore. CJ Stroud. It was very similar stats though. 16 to 21, identical to Love, and almost identical yardage. 274 yards, 3 TDs. They had a solid run game with Singletary averaging 5 yards a carry, and Nico Collins is it, but they also were down. Woods was limited in that
Yep.
game. Noah Brown didn't play, and they're down Tank Dell. And they still went out against the Browns D, and I know it was in Houston, and
Yep.
lit them up.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hey, are we gonna do our picks for, or we got to wait till this game, the Tampa
Well,
Bay
it's up to you.
Philadelphia?
I was thinking we'd do a short Thursday episode. We only have
Okay.
4 games, so it'll be an
We
hour
can do that.
max.
Okay, that sounds
If your
good.
game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the Blitz Hits the Fan episode right
Okay.
afterwards on Thursday. I'm gonna do a doubleheader. So
Okay.
I'm actually if they're still going, I'm gonna hop on Frozen Tundra after this. So they're going right
Okay.
now. Okay, we got some comments. Med, I believe the Packers are well ahead of schedule, but the 49ers D is a lot better
Yep.
than Dallas's. He's right. By
Yep.
running the ball, you took out Micah Parsons. Your team will be good and take a pressure page from Baltimore's playbook with combo blitzes. Yes, we will. Purdy has an incredible QBR with pressure, but not when pressure is in his face and you disrupt the timing, which I don't think we can do. We're not Baltimore, but if we can,
Yeah.
that's our key. If Purdy looks like pretty ugly next week, which is rare, Green Bay wins. The only way San Fran wins is if Purdy looks like pretty cute next week. That's a good one.
Nah.
Purdy's been good. Dude was balling the other night. He's talking about Stroud. He was.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. And honestly, it kind of feels a lot like the Green Bay San Fran, where I just don't think I don't think Baltimore can overlook Houston.
No.
You can't just they can go in there to Baltimore and shock the world. It's possible.
Oh, I'm gonna kind of let the cat out of the bag. I'm already taking the Texans to beat Baltimore, but I'm
Are you
just gonna
taking
say
the
that
Packers to beat San Fran, or are you picking 49ers?
I'm still debating on that one yet.
Yeah. So no. That's why I didn't want to do the picks now for another
No.
reason. It's
Yeah.
only 4 games.
Yep.
And I wanted to let it simmer a little.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We got to
Yep.
we got to think about it and see the injury report. Let
Yes.
this last game go, see the matchups, the timing, the weather. I want to get all that into play. So
yeah, because I think if Dylan comes back, I think we may have a shot at beating the Niners.
I'm sorry. The only reason I stole you for a second episode this week was because we won. And if we do next week, I might steal you for 2.
That's fine.
Because, dang, I honestly was actually thinking if they win, I was debating it this week, but I thought we could do maybe an in-person episode. But I know you work Saturday, so it may not work out. So if they win, then maybe for the conference championship, we'll do an in-person one. That'd be fun. We'll do that in an episode and then watch the game. It'll be fun.
There you go.
It's not going to be Purdy for 49ers next week.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope so, Tom.
It's 10. Oh, wow. The Bucks are up 10-0.
Wow.
I've got to watch it. I'm going to try to wrap Frozen Tundra in this in a little bit and then go watch it. If Lamar is like Dak in the playoffs, this is a really good point,
yes.
Ned. Lamar is like Dak, and that's what I've been worried about with Baltimore. Do you think with the addition of Zay Flowers, I don't know if Dalvin Cook has anything left in the tank. Could that break his playoff troubles? I don't know. Houston would be the team to win it. Baltimore should win this game.
They should.
If Lamar plays the way he has in the past, kind of like Dak where he's choked, they're in trouble. And we're going to find out if Lamar has that gene that Dak just doesn't have. And honestly, I loved Aaron Rodgers, and he would win playoff games, but when the pressure really built, Rodgers kind of choked too. He was just better at hiding it because he was so extremely talented.
Yep.
Cook will help a lot, in my opinion. My dad says we're gonna find out because Cook was bad all season, but he was great last year. So I think
Yeah.
he's got some. We're gonna find out if he's got some left. That could be really important for them because they need a solid running back. They've lost, I don't know, like 2 or 3 guys to IR this year. So quick little, we'll do a quick little teaser playoff preview, and then I think we're gonna bounce because
Yep.
this was fun though. Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
Baltimore Houston, that's gonna be a fun one. I don't even know when that game is. That's gonna be good. We'll talk
And
it more on
again,
Thursday, but I'm leaning Baltimore right now, but not that heavy.
okay.
I
All
think
right.
that's gonna be a good one. I bet the line on that I haven't even looked yet. I bet the line is 7 on that one. What
Oh,
do you
really?
think?
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking
9.5.
9.5. Really?
Sorry, I
That's
shouldn't have said it.
I would take.
Dang.
That's a lot of points, man. I would take the points.
I would take
I
the
would take
points
the
too.
points,
All right, let's
dude.
guess the line. Buffalo
Okay.
KC.
Buffalo KC. I'm gonna say 6.
Buffalo.
I say
Buffalo
6.
4.5. Buffalo 4.5. I haven't looked. Let's look.
I say 6. I didn't
Two and a
look either.
half.
What? Wow.
They're giving KC
Okay.
a lot of respect. It's Mahomes.
I guess
It is
so.
Mahomes, and Wright
All right.
stepped up. Okay, let's guess Green Bay, San Fran. I'll go Green Bay or San Fran 9.
7.
I'll go San
Okay.
Fran 9.
I say 7.
10. Ouch!
That's
No respect, man.
Man,
No
that's.
respect. What is that?
I think it's gonna be
What
closer
is
than that.
that?
I think that's gonna be
That's
closer
bull
than.
crap. Okay,
Dude,
so
that
let's preview it. Let's say Tampa does win this game
right.
against Detroit. I think
I would say.
Detroit. I think
I would say
Detroit wins.
6.
I would say 6 too. I think that's a good, maybe even 7.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they'll be. I just think Detroit's going to roll. So I think we're going to end up with the conference championship of
Yep.
Buffalo,
Yep.
Houston, or Baltimore. It's going to be very interesting.
Yep.
Can we go in and shock the world and beat San Fran? It's possible, but if it sticks, it'll be San Fran, Detroit, or Green Bay,
Yep.
Detroit. In my opinion,
Yep.
unless
Yep.
somebody big gets hurt, Laporta's going to be
Yeah.
even healthier next week. So.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, I got some plugs, and then Bill, anything you want to say at all? I'm going to leave the floor open for you at the end from now on. But I
No
want to
problem.
say thank you to Shady Sports Network. So
Yes.
for all the people here, Shady Sports Network is awesome that we have joined them. We'll be broadcasting through theirs and my YouTube channel. This is on X right now. It's on my Facebook and the Facebook page for the Fun Football Podcast. And Bill, I gotta talk to you about that after the show on the air, about the off the air
Okay.
about the Fun Football thing. Also, me and Mid are starting a new show. Fun Football Podcast is going to move to once a week on Thursday nights. And I'm not sure what night yet, but this week it'll be Thursday. It'll be a double header, so I may just do that. Maybe I'll do both shows one night and just do one night. Who knows? But anyways, it's going to be called When the Blitz Hits the Fan. I'm hoping to have the When the Blitz Hits the Fan. AK from Millie Goats came up with that. We liked it. That will be. We did the first episode of it last week, but it's still called the Fun Football Podcast. There's going to be a new show, a panel with 2 to 4 guys. But for the mock draft, we're going to have 8. And I'm really excited because that's going to be a lot of fun. So, Bill, you are welcome. I would love it anytime you want to hop on. Shots would like to do a show with me and you and his buddy Seth that they do that show.
Cool.
But we're also starting another network. So this show will be on 2 called the Podcast Boys Network. That's going to consist of the Shots from the Sideline show with Med, hosted by Med and his co-host Seth. This show, the Fun Football Podcast with me and Bill.
Okay.
And the new show, Blitz Hits the Fan, and possibly some others. So it's going to have at least 3 shows on it. We're extremely excited. Once the season ends, this show will be taking a little hiatus break, and then we'll be back for free agency and the draft, and then we'll take a break and reboot for season 2. But I think you can look forward to us once a week on Thursdays, probably 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Some weeks during next season, we occasionally might do 2 when we're really excited about the Packers, which could be a lot of games. But I think we'll do a once a week show, a pick 'em, every week on Thursdays. There might be some more stuff in the works. I'm talking with my dad about a fantasy show, maybe, but possibly. Yeah, man, this has been an awesome ride. I can't believe we're 35 episodes in, but it's been awesome. I want to thank Bill. We've won 2. We almost won our college pick 'em. Stupid people sitting out.
I know.
Stupid crap. But It's been an awesome season. I'm excited for season 2. Spread the word if you like the show. We've had a
Yep.
blast. I think we're gonna do pick'ems and some other little fun segments like the top 5 and big news. But yeah, you'll hear a lot of Packers content
Yep.
next season as well. So if you can't tell,
Yeah. Right there, baby.
is that Matthews or who is that?
Yeah. Clay Matthews. Yep.
One of my favorites, man. He was such a
Oh yeah,
baller. But
man.
oh. Once NFL is over, can we talk about the EA College 25?
Oh wow.
I haven't played that in a while. I agree with Matt.
Yeah.
Don't wear yourself out. Savage Inc., man. Thank you. I'm sorry you couldn't see everybody else's comments. I'm wondering if it was because I was on that YouTube and because people leaving comments are on Facebook and stuff.
Well, I'm seeing him now. It says great show, boys, go Pack go. So I'm seeing him now for some reason. So.
No, I'm tapping the comments. I'm sad you can't see them during the show.
No,
Bill, I think that's a StreamYard thing, even though it's paid for. I don't know.
Okay.
Med Smith says Clay Matthews should be in the Hall. I agree.
He was dude. Great. Yeah, I loved him.
Best. Bill, anything else you want to add?
No, man. I think, like I said, you said it. I'm elated the Packers made it this far. As long as it's a successful season when we beat the Cowboys. Sorry, but that's the way I feel.
We own them.
With that.
Now, if we can break this 49er curse that they've had on us. We've owned Dallas, but San Fran has owned us. And San Fran's owned Dallas. They pretty much owned everybody without winning a Super Bowl. They still haven't won a Super Bowl either, just as long as Dallas. But if we can own them, last thing, I got one last thing if you're free, Bill, for it.
Yep, go ahead.
Where do you think I got 3 for you? Okay. Where do you think Bill Belichick goes?
Ooh.
We're going to hit this more on Thursday because I think we might even know by Thursday. Maybe. Wow. I doubt it. But do you think I think he's coaching.
He's coaching stuff. Yeah.
I think it's Atlanta or Dallas.
Okay. I could see.
I think it's Dallas.
I don't think he would. I just don't think he can get with Jerry Jones and gel with him.
I don't either, but he made glowing comments about him and stuff. I was reading about it today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but
Knights, next show of this is 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Dude, you were awesome. That was a lot of fun comments.
Yeah.
I'd like. Oh, one more thing. Me and Bill are talking about, and then I'm gonna get his answer. We're gonna toy with this, but we might. If Bill's cool with it, if one of us can get on, I'm gonna have to figure this out. But if we can have a way for people to call in next season. That's something me and Bill are going to explore because we want to continue to grow it. Thanks, man, for the. We've had a blast. I can't believe we just started doing video last month.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
this has been. Bill has a radio background too. You know what? For the new viewers, maybe the way we should end after the Bill Belichick thing is we give our backgrounds. I think we should because it's kind of like the first time for a lot of people. Chris said, sorry, I wasn't here for the whole replay. So, the next show, 7:30 EM. Or sorry, 7:30 EM, 7:30 PM Eastern time, Thursday.
Right. Yeah.
And then I will be on Blitz Hits the Fan Thursday night. Time to come, but I think it'll be 9 PM Eastern. So right after right after the show. So I'll be on a doubleheader. Do you think? So where do you think Belichick goes?
I think Dallas is a good landing spot. I think you can try that. Like I said, if you can put up with Jerry Jones and the ego and the controlling, GM that he is, owner that he is. So that is possible. But I think Atlanta might be a better fit, really. But so we'll see.
It sucks because they need a quarterback bad. So he's going from Mac Jones to Desmond Ridder. But they've got other weapons there and they've got a solid defense. So I kind of like it. What about Seattle? Okay, so Med's almost done with our intro and Bill, I can't wait to show it to you. Med is done. It's awesome.
Cool.
Med is shots from the sideline, if y'all didn't know that. Great show. That's the one me and him are doing a new panel show. Bill will be on there sometimes when I can talk him into staying up past his bedtime for a little bit. Well, for AK, we're occasionally going to do it later. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent thing.
Okay.
Med says, what about Seattle for Belichick?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Veteran QB. Yeah.
Ooh, if they got
possible.
You know, the funny thing is, if they don't believe in Geno, they've got weapons. They've got some new playmakers on D.
Mm-hmm.
Come see me. um,
Yeah.
I could actually see Seattle if not Dallas. I think that's actually very likely. I like it. I think Atlanta's the other one
Yep.
that I really like for Belichick. So, how many teams have fired their coach? What two do I know of? Okay, so let's look at all of them. Which teams need a head coach? So we've got Ben Johnson for the Lions is going to be interviewed after the season. So people are going to wait. So who do we got? We probably got Dallas coming up. We've got Atlanta. We've got Seattle. Chicago's keeping their coach. Man, I know I'm missing some. I'm trying to think of all the teams.
Um,
Las Vegas actually has an opening, even though I think they're gonna go with Pierce. The Patriots hired Mayo, so that's
Okay.
new, which I think was a mistake. I think Vrabel was the guy. So you got Tennessee, Atlanta, possibly Dallas. You got Seattle. I'm missing a team.
is Carolina?
Washington. Yeah, New England. So the teams that are definitely have openings:
Yeah.
Atlanta, New England, Seattle, Tennessee, Washington. That's it.
Washington. Okay.
He ain't going to Washington. I don't think Belichick's going to Tennessee.
Mhm.
So I think it's between Seattle if Dallas opens up or Atlanta. I think that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I like Atlanta if they didn't need a QB. I think that's my problem. Unless they pick up on a veteran like Baker. Well, I think Baker stays in Tampa Bay. I agree.
Yeah.
Chris also asked what team. So I think that's the 5, and I think Dallas is coming. So I think you'll have 6.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one more really quick.
Okay.
Where do you think Harbaugh goes? Do you think he stays in Michigan or do you think he goes to an NFL team?
Well, if I were
That's
Harbaugh,
tough.
I would stay in college.
Especially with
just
McCarthy, I'd stay right there, go for the
Yeah.
repeat. But
Yep.
I feel like people, like Med said, you can buy him, I think, a little bit. He likes the flirtation with the NFL teams.
Yep.
I think he's going to think about it. Sorry, I wanted to talk the head coach thing just because this is going to happen this week. There's going to be some
Yeah.
vacancies filled like the Patriots. And I think the Packers got that DC thing that they're going to figure out. The floor is safe, obviously, but
Yes.
I don't think any other coaches are getting fired. I don't think Baltimore would move on from Harbaugh, even if they
No.
lose this game, because he's won that Super Bowl and I think he's respected enough.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't think Vrabel was going to get fired or Carroll. So,
True.
What do you think? You know that I said it earlier. If I was Dallas, I'd hire Vrabel. I think he's the guy.
Oh,
If
dude.
you can't get
Yeah.
Harbaugh, I would.
No.
I think Belichick. A little over the hill. I don't know. I think I'd go for Vrabel. I really do. I was
Yeah.
shocked they let go of him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they
So-
need to move on from McCarthy and bring in someone else that can really
Yeah.
gel these guys. Because the Cowboys got the talent. They really do. They just got to find a way to
Yeah.
gel together. So.
The
Yeah.
Jets should fire their coach and then hire Aaron and Bill. That'd be fun.
Oh.
Okay, I got one last thing and then we'll do our plugs. What's your
All right.
one Packers key to victory against San Fran?
Time of possession. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball.
Stop McCaffrey. If McCaffrey gets 100, we're not dealing with Kaepernick here. Purdy
No.
is not going to run for 100 yards on us. He might
Yep.
get 30, which would suck, or 40. That'd be too many
Yeah.
for him. It's going to be McCaffrey.
Yep.
If we can slow down McCaffrey and control the run game, that we might win this game. I agree with you, Bill. So does
Yep.
Chris. Where
Yep.
would Pete Carroll? That is a really good one. I like Chris's question. I was
Pete
thinking
Carroll.
about asking it.
Okay.
Where would Pete Carroll go?
Ooh, if he doesn't go to,
I like Atlanta. If
I was gonna say, if he doesn't go to Dallas, he can go to Atlanta. Yeah.
I could see that's an interesting point, Bill. I could see the Cowboys if they miss out or if they don't go Belichick or they
Yep.
can't land Harbaugh if they're not smart
Carroll.
to get Vrabel to get
Yep.
Pete Carroll because he won a Super Bowl. I think they'd
Yep.
feel like it'd be a win. And I like him. I think he'd be an improvement over McCarthy, but
Oh,
it wouldn't
yeah.
solve the Jerry Jones and Dak problem.
Yep.
That'd be interesting. Dallas. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, you can see us back here. Wait, sorry, I forgot to apologize. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm good. You're good. And I again should thank you.
Thanks for doing this with me, Bill. This has been an
Yeah.
awesome ride to be
Yeah.
on a network.
Dude, this
3
is
months
pretty
into
cool.
our show, dude. This is 4 months in.
Thank you,
and
Shady Sports.
Our
That's
last
awesome.
show, I also got to plug this. To get over 400 views on Facebook in 3 days
Yeah.
is stupid. So thank you to everyone on Facebook for watching.
Thank you.
This has been a blast. We love
Yep.
the comments. I've added an email. If you have any other comments, leave them
Yeah.
on after. I'll read them.
Please.
I've also been throwing it up on TikTok, but we are on Spotify. I've got to upload that last episode. But one more thank you. I got one more.
Okay.
Billy Goats made a list on Good Pods where we hit number 1 on the football. We've been number 1 for a
Oh,
while, actually.
nice.
Yeah. We hit top 20 on their charts, which was really cool. But he made a list, and then we got a bunch of listens this week, way more than normal. Like our audio last one hit 20. I was shocked. I was like, whoa, what happened?
Wow.
He made a list of favorite podcasts if you like laughter
Yeah.
and football and daily sports, daily DFS, daily fantasy sports.
Uh-huh.
And he included us
Awesome.
on his list, which was really cool. So I want to say thank you to AK from Millie Goats. I'm sorry it took me so long. I
Thank
was
you.
extremely excited about the Packers. I can't help it. And he's a 49ers fan, so I hope we can get him on blitzing
Ooh.
on Blitz It's the Fan on Thursday.
Oh, there you go.
But
Man.
we got one last comment. Atlanta, Knights Templar. And
Yep.
then Med says, I really see Vrabel going to Atlanta. I like that one too. Same team build. And did you notice how we all didn't even include Washington?
No. No. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to coach in Washington.
No. We'll
Oh, they suck.
Washington.
They got so many problems. New England is an interesting job for a team, but they
Yes.
hired Mayo, so I didn't even talk about them. And good on them for hiring him. I think Vrabel was the guy. I think they missed, but they found their guy. They hope. I think it's a 2 to 3 year deal because I don't think he's going to last because they need a quarterback, and I don't know if he's the right guy. But
Yep.
yeah, I agree with Matt. I think it's right now it's career death in Washington.
Yeah.
And unless you find a quarterback, it's going to be career death in New England. But New England at least has a defense to fall back on.
They have right.
And if Stevenson can get healthy, they got a running back.
You got a running game. Yep. Yep.
Washington, what you got? One receiver, a decent running back, and oh wait, you traded your guys on defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. They're seriously rebuilding. Yeah. Yep.
I unfortunately think the Giants are going to be joining this list next year
Yeah.
because they're going back with Daniel Jones. I think Daboll, he got a 1 year grace period with that coach of the year. I think he'll be out next year.
Yep.
So I'm going to be good to Bill. I'm going to keep it under an hour and a half. You can catch us 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday night.
Yes.
You can see me on When the Blitz Hits the Fan, our new show. Hopefully we got the logo out. There'll be social medias created soon. And then I'm going to cross promote. And those two shows are also going to be joining the Podcast Boys Network with Shots from the Sideline. So all three. And we will continue to be on Shady Sports Network. Thank you for having us. We had a blast. It was cool to have some new listeners, which is always fun.
Excellent.
And go Pack Go, man.
Go Pack Go. Cheese Nation, baby.
No worries, man. Hey, dude, no worries. And honestly, Jordan Love, thank you. And Aaron Jones, thank you for saving our season. Because if we never running back.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for joining, man. Thank you to all the listeners also.
Yes, thank you.
Blitz Hits the Fan. We're creating the YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll be created even if the logo isn't ready. But myself, that's a panel show. So let me plug that really quick. Joe from Frozen Tundra Network, who I've been on, he's a Raider fan. He's awesome. Our last episode last week, the one before this, so episode 33, Nights on my YouTube channel. It has the four of us. It's AK from Millie Goats, myself, Joe the Raider fan, and Med Smith, who's been on the comments from Shots from the Sideline. We're hoping it's the four of us, but if we can't always have those four, me and Shots will always get a third or fourth person every week. So hopefully we have that panel of four. And then for the mock draft, we'll have 8 to 10 people. We're pretty excited. So that's going to be nuts, Phil.
That's going to be nuts. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
But I'm excited. My quick little Super Bowl pick, I'm still thinking it's going to be, you know what? I'm actually going to flip. I'm going to go Bills 49ers. I don't think the Ravens do it. I've got a weird feeling.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. If the Packers win this week, I think we're going. I really do. If we can pull off the 1 and 2, we can knock off Detroit. That would suck to get to Detroit and lose, but it's possible. They're on the rise too. But I think Bills beat Baltimore. And that's gonna be tough. But I think the Bills beat Baltimore. And I think the 49ers go. What do you think?
I can agree with that.
I'm torn on the Ravens.
I'm gonna still lean.
Right?
I'm thinking still 49ers Ravens. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I was
gonna be
torn.
tough. But
I don't know about Lamar. We're gonna find out.
I know. I
He's
know.
going to let us know. I have a
Yep.
feeling he's not Dak. I have a weird feeling he's going to get it done this
No.
year. But if
Yeah.
it's not this year, when's it
Then
going to
you got to.
happen? He's younger at
Exactly.
least. He's only like 26. Dak's 30, about to be 31. He is who he is. So
Yeah.
feel bad for the Cowboys, man. They just continue to not figure this out.
Yep. Yeah.
Not like
I
the
feel.
90s. And you know what? On the Cowboy point you made earlier, they won that third Super Bowl because they had a great team still, and Switzer came in. He was not a great coach, and they got Dion, which was super smart. Jimmy would get in people's faces and
Yep.
do everything he needed to do to get that team ready to win. And Mike McCarthy is
Yep.
not that guy. So
Nope.
you're right, Cowboys fans. I just worry Dak at his age. It's not like you're getting a 25-year-old guy in his third year. He's played 8 years.
Yep.
It's kind of who he is. There's a reason in NFL history you've never had a quarterback have this kind of playoff record and then figure it out. So way to hang in there, Bill. Attaboy. I know he's tired too.
That's
Bill,
okay, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you, everybody. I hope you join us on Thursday. If you like the show, I forgot to do this in the beginning. Please share with your friends. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow it on X. Follow on Facebook. I need 25 more followers on Facebook to get a follow button. So 25 more. We're up to 75 followers on Facebook on the page. So if you want any more information, it's all in my link tree. I posted it on YouTube. It's on Facebook. I've even got a freaking TikTok I've been having fun with. So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, we will be there nights. No problem, bud. Thank you, Med. Thank you for all the listeners. And thank you most of all to our families for putting up with us and to Bill for doing this.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you guys for out there, and go Pack Go, guys.
I'm going to keep you for 1 second, Bill, after, okay? Thank you, guys. We'll see you Thursday. Episode 35 out.
Thanks, Med.